Hi, this is Coach Leanna. I was just thinking that our lives sometimes get so chaotic that it just seems like it's one thing after another. Kind of like when you get on the treadmill and you set those programs. It's like, okay, I'm going to do the mountain program, the mountain path, and you can watch on the screen as you're getting through the program, and you're kind of looking forward to getting to the end of it and being done with exercise. A lot of our lives are kind of like as if someone was always sitting there resetting that program. You're getting to the end of it thinking you're almost done, and then it just resets and you're starting all over again. And it can get exhausting, but we just keep going and going because there's so much to get done. I was raised in a religion that believed in taking a Sabbath, a 24-hour period every week, where you would just take time for reflection and wouldn't do any chores, no work, just keeping everything minimal. And as a child, I kind of thought that day was boring because I there were a lot of rules around it and I couldn't do a lot of things. And even though I've moved away from that religion as an adult, I decided to keep my Sabbath. Now, the way I keep it is different than as a child. I have very few rules around it. The only rules I have is that I can't do regular work or chores, mundane kind of chores. So it's a day for me to do something that feels playful and fun. Whether I spend time with family and friends, go to the movies, go to the art museum, go hiking, anything that feels really good and fun. That's what I do on my Sabbath. And I have found that when I do take a regular Sabbath, that it makes me more creative and actually makes me be able to handle my week better than the rare times that I don't take time for a Sabbath. Because I can hear a lot of you saying, how could I possibly have time to take an entire day off where I don't get anything done that I need to get done? Have you seen my to-do list? I can't possibly, the rest of the week would be horrible if I took an entire day off. But I found that that's not really true, at least not for me. I get far more creative about the things that I need to let go of, and then I find myself more productive the next day. In fact, I found that I need to keep a little notebook nearby because I get the best creative ideas on that day when I'm taking a day off. And it makes sense because that's how our brain works. When our amygdala, the part of our brain that feels emotion and stress, relaxes and is calmed down, then the prefrontal cortex, that's creative and problem solving, works at a much higher level. So it's no wonder that on that day I get the best ideas. So I challenge you this week to find a day where you can take a Sabbath. It's best if it's the same day every week, just so that it becomes a habit and you plan for it. But choose the day that works best for you and have an entire 24-hour period where you don't do the chores, you don't do the grocery shopping, you don't do any of those mundane things. You just do things that seem fun and playful to you. Just try it. You can always go back to the old way, working every single day, if you need to. But I have a feeling that if you try taking a Sabbath, then you'll never go back. And if it helps, mix a little guilt into the Sabbath. Like if you don't take one, you're somehow being bad. That works. So go out and try it. That's my challenge to you. Have an amazing day.